Yes, so a massive opportunity for the rest of the grid as championship leader A Guapo was unable to make it. So fantastic opportunity for everyone to just try and make inroads on the title. So yeah, it was a fantastic week and you're about to see it. This lap wasn't bad at all. Sector 1 was done quite cleanly. However, I have a massive problem here. I just ride over the curb, a little bit of a pothole, takes me off the racing line, reduces my minimum speed. And as you know, this is a tremendously long straight, so you're meant to go in there with a lot of momentum, and I just failed to do that. So the delta's going down. I've already lost 2 hundredths, sorry. So yeah, but I go a bit deep here, but I managed to swing the car around nicely, just clip that inside curb, and I'm 3 tenths up on my time. Absolutely hug the inside, then just swing the car ever so slightly out towards the outer side of the track, clip that, and just rotate the car around nicely without scrubbing off any time. So far this lap is quite tidy. I'm very happy with it. I also go in with a bit more conviction to this corner, swing it round, kind of go a bit deep, but you know, the setup was quite good, so I was able to just still keep it on. I probably could have forced the car a bit wider there and kept up my minimum speed or increased it, but heading round, I was very happy with the lap. Saw 2 purples, just wanted to get it round, swing the car out wide, ride over that curb, and I'm 4 tenths up on my time, and that was good for second place. Now onto the race. Tom's start was fantastic. I just tried to force him out wide a little bit, but I went over the curb and I kind of went into him a bit too much there. I was a bit upset about that, but you know, no damage done. He's still P3, but as you can see, he's putting a lot of pressure on me, and I'm just behind Charlie Tellio. So rotate the car around here, bang, and the pressure from Tom is making me have to go attacking on Charlie. I swing the car around the outside. Fantastic racing from me and him throughout both races. You'll see at Silverstone 2, and I'm into P1. The following lap 3, or 2 laps later, Charlie Tellio overtakes me. We were just trying to trade here at this point. Then lap 4, I overtake him. So no one's being greedy, just trying to store their battery. We're literally just trying to get away from P3, the medium runners, like I did last week in Bahrain with Guapo. Now here, Charlie makes a huge mistake. I go to the inside to let him pass. I lift off. We're trying to stay out of the DRS of the cars behind. Then he just doesn't take the apex. And now McLaren 30, the danger man, McLaren 30 is now behind us. We're in the mud. So I now have to go attacking as a form of defence to prevent McLaren 30 from going ahead of me. And it's just annoying because if we were out of the DRS, it could have made our lives a bit more easier, but I go over that curb like a flipping monkey, and Charlie Tellio goes ahead of me. I have to slap on the overtake just a bit, just to make sure that I don't get double overtaken. Here, M30 putting on a lot of pressure, so I have to slap on the overtake somewhat, and I get caught napping because I'm trying to focus on M30. As you see me just flick back, I hit Charlie Tellio. Now I do the smart thing. I go beside him, but I don't overtake him. I go beside him to stop McLaren 30 from going ahead, and not to go ahead of him, so I get a penalty. In here, I lift off because if I go ahead here, I've gained an advantage. I'll get a 5-second penalty. Inside, Lawal and M30 are having the time of their life battling. M30's worse off. I don't really see what I did wrong there. I got a bit of stick for that. Apparently brake dragging. Yeah, missed me with that bullshit. I'm just trying to not get a penalty. My race is more important than theirs, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to the pits lap 8. Very clean pit. Yeah, purple. No one's really around me, so I'm able to get out without getting held up like I did at Bahrain. Fantastic. So yeah, I come out, and 1 lap later, I skip a lap. I'm here at L'Oreal, and I'm trying to, obviously I've overcut Charlie. As you can see, he's now in P10. So I slap on the overtake, and I think, you know what, let me take the net race lead. But obviously the second DRS, L'Oreal takes me back. But you just got to exchange really at this point, because we're not trying to ruin each other's races. And as you can see here, Royal Dukes, my teammate, doing a fantastic job holding up L'Oreal. Fantastic job. And this helps me get net P1 again. And you'll just see it from my perspective. Look up, that's brilliant parking of the car in the middle of the track. gives me the option of staying on the racing line. I force Loire a bit out wide. Royal kind of backs off. It's fantastic driving because he would have got forced out wide, but he sensed the danger because I was obviously going to just try and force Loire out wide, slip back into just Loire's slipstream, then go through the inside, overtake him. I've now got net P1, Tom Devar, I'm not sure what he was doing, but Loire takes me again. So it's this sort of exchanging that I love because, you know, you're keeping up the lap pace up, you're keeping a good lap pace, and you're also saving your own battery. But I make a mistake again. Stupid mistake. And whilst I don't get taken by Tom here, fantastic racing again, rather frustrating, we're now out of DRS. So I'm having to drain what little battery I have. And Tom now makes a dive down the inside. It's fantastic bit of racing here as well. We just touch wheels a bit. He leaves me space, I leave him space. I try to squeeze him a bit, I'm being a bit cheeky. He gets ahead of me, no DRS. I've now got Charlie Telio, double overtake, I'm the victim. Yeah, washed. But in any event, we go on to this lap. SM tries to dive bomb me, go for the switchback, an actual genuine switchback. A lot of people call other things switchbacks. My straight line speed is pretty decent. I just go down the inside of SM, and this is really, really good racing. It's a risk. It's a risk I'm willing to take. So I brake perfectly, give him enough room. I realise he's not trying to stay alongside, so I can take the corner properly. And yeah, perfect. Now back to this track. This part of the lap. Tom had a moment there, so I didn't even have to use battery. All I just got to do is slap on the DRS and just go down his inside. And it was just really clean racing at the front of the grid. It was really, really, really good, exciting stuff. So we are actually at lap 17, sorry, I should mention. I kind of missed my apex there. But unfortunately, Tom and SM collide, and Tom's worse off. But he has a fantastic recovery drive, as you'll see towards the end of this video, even though there's only 3 laps remaining. So now it's kind of me against SM. And for those who don't know, that's my teammate in the Sunday League. We've got a race at Qatar tomorrow, so tap in. He plays it smart. He's just trying to buy this time, save his battery. I believe upon review of the footage, at this point he's now at 37% battery. So yeah, now on to the last lap of the race. M30's hards have kicked in now, and now he's back with us. I have to go defensive, compromises my exit. I'm in big trouble. I even nearly collect a track limit from this inside here because I'm trying to hug the inside. Both of them go around the outside, and I'm just going to let the video do the talking and the commentator.
SM.
Yeah. You know what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword. And there's Tom as well. I want to be competitive. I want to keep the position. It's unfortunate it happens. It is what it is. But I want to win this league. So I'm gonna do everything I can. And I didn't think it was too much of a heinous move. It wasn't that egregious. But you know, if he didn't turn in, I probably could have made the corner. But it is what it is. This is now my GB quali lap. As you can see, based on the delta, the time at the top right, I know some of you can probably tell this wasn't my final run, so there was obviously more time out there, and I reckon I really could have genuinely got pole, which is a bit disappointing. It was actually here where I made a mistake on the final run, but I'm not going to show that. It was just a bit of oversteer. But this lap was quite tidy. You'll see, I'm quite happy with it. I don't really miss an apex at all, and I swing the car nicely out wide here. You know, it's a pretty solid lap, I suppose. But I won't give it away. I won't give away where I actually end up finishing. But yeah, I take this quite nicely as well. Couldn't have taken that any better. Avoid those little sausage curbs, those little red sausage curbs. As for Maggots and Beckett's, you'll see here just a bit too much oversteer, and again turning too early. Now I managed to save it by braking a bit, you know, reducing my minimum speed, but I don't go wide, which is important, and I get a purple. I think that was a genuine purple at the time. And yeah, swing the car around, finish. I'll take this quite well, in all honesty. It couldn't really have been taken much better. Could have gone a bit tighter there, but I didn't want to risk hitting that curb. Come across the line, and that was P3 at the time, and I start the race in P5. This is the sprint race. Yes, and this is where the excitement begins. So the start I get isn't great. Tom's start is sensational down my inside. We kind of lag, / don't collide, but I'm on the racing line. He's probably collecting marbles, so I'm able to swing the car around. Charlie Telio again, great racing. He leaves me enough space. I leave him space. I now get into P4, and that's a very, very good progressive start to the race. I'm now in P4. I've got SM going defensive, clown. I wasn't going to take him. No, I'm joking, but I was a bit surprised why he was going defensive, in all honesty. But yeah, as we go ahead, we keep going. I am just vibes and chilling, as you can hear the fireworks in the background. They're going ham. But yeah, the sprint race, not too much happened. Skeezy was showing some really, really good pace behind me, in all honesty. Really, really, really good pace. Very impressed in that sprint race. Put me under a lot of pressure. That's why I was looking behind rather than ahead. Here, Charlie T has a moment, and I'm thinking, yes, I've got battery. He's flashing. I go for what's not really a switchback, but just compromise his line, make him go defensive. Then I go and take the inside. Doesn't quite come off for me, but it sets me up nicely as I see he's flashing and I've got 50% ERS. Go down the inside. He kind of knows I like going around the outside, so he kind of tried to cover that off. I'm now in a good position. I'm in P6. I'm sorry, I'm in P4, lap 6. I'm very, very happy with this. I was caught in two minds. Basically, I used my remaining ERS to try and get in the DRS, and I failed to do that. So it's a very simple overtake. Very, very simple overtake for Charlie. And he manages to hang on to P4, and that means that I'll start the race in P5. Now onto the race. Yeah, those two frauds on the right, madness. At this part of the grid, to get a drive-through is mad. You're at the front for a reason, and to get a drive-through is just poor from you, man. Poor. Both Lowell and Charlie T, they really got charged that one. Anyway, SM forces Rob out wide, well deserved, because he had he displayed some disgraceful behaviour during this race, that Robert guy. Anyway, I slide in to P4 behind SM, very, very happy. Good times. Here, I just anticipate he's going to do this Robert guy. Like, what is that? What actually is that? If I turn normally, I spin. Then he goes wide for good measure. I leave him space like an idiot, and guess who comes in? Babington, sorry. Apologies. And he's hitting curbs. Come on, act like you belong here, man. Please. Like, under no pressure, hitting curbs. Come on, G. Anyway, going forward, Royal Duke showed really, really good pace, and in our practice, full disclosure, McLaren and Ferrari are having good practice sessions in the midweek. Royal showed some of the strongest pace out of all of us, and it showed here. I was very tempted, and I was just watching to see whether I was struggling to stay in the DRS. I was going to just give the position to Royal, but I did quite a decent job, nearly approaching the 1 second here. But I thought, you know what, I've got enough pace. I kind of just eased into things. M30 is now in the mix, and you know how quick he is, so I kind of needed to switch on. And I know he's, a bit of a suspect when it comes to outrageous moves, so I knew that was coming. So I go for what is a genuine switchback. He kind of hits me on the exit, compromises my, I don't really know why that happened. I thought I left enough space, apparently not. But we keep going, keep moving. He actually might be my teammate going forwards. I believe Royal's moving cars. So M30 might be my teammate. So hopefully when we're teammates, I don't really experience stuff like that. No, I'm only joking. He goes to Tesco. I go with him. I get my first warning of the race. Long day. And then I pick lap 8. I just felt that the softs weren't really softing anymore. And, I love an undercut. It's no secret. Did it at Bahrain. We'll do it again. We'll do it next week. We'll do it the week after. We'll do it on Christmas. I leave the pits now, and Royal, now this was mad. His undercut was insane. He pitted lap 5. He's now got ahead of me. If he was in the mediums, you'll see at the end of this race, he could have had some serious success. In any event, I'll just go around the outside. He doesn't defend it. It doesn't make me collect marbles. What a teammate, what a guy, fantastic guy. And yeah, at this point I was thinking, let me just drag Royal along. Unfortunately, I was tempted to try and stay in the DRS, but it would have compromised my race. Alex Hendo gets ahead of him, and now me and Alex should technically be trading positions here. He kind of pissed me off a bit. It was a bit tactical. I don't know if it was tactical or not. It wasn't tactical, but I was just expecting him to overtake me. We're only 2 seconds behind the cars in front. I was thinking we'd be exchanging, just trying to, put a bit of pressure on. SM and Rob, there could always be a collision towards the end of the race. Like here, you got more speed than me, overtake me. But he didn't. Rather annoyingly, but he takes me here. And this is when I realised, because I spoke to him after the race, why he didn't. You'll see here, gets so much understeer. And the reason why he gets so much understeer is because he actually had a low wing setup because he was starting at the back of the grid because he joined late. So he needed to have a race setup for overtaking. So I take him back again, and I think, at the time I'm just thinking, now we're going to start trading. But obviously in hindsight, I was fully aware of his wings. Just about to hit turn 4, safety car. I didn't know who this benefited. I didn't think it benefited me. But until I saw Christmas come early and I see 2 baboons go into the pit to go and pit, and you'll hear it here. You will hear it here. I went straight onto the phone and I called my boy Hendo.
Can't believe them 2 pitted, bro. Rob actually threw away his
Rob and SM are not real.
Yo,
Reza, you can win this! You can win this!
no, I'm not playing. I'm actually gonna wait till the the last bend.
The last
Absolute
time.
insanity.
And then-
Insanity,
and
isn't
then
it?
off.
Anyway, now we start. Can I get my first win of season 5 and my first win since season 3 and that championship fight that I had with Lowell and Gel, which will obviously still go down in history. Anyway, on to this. I banged the ERS. All about this. I thought, fuck it. ERS. But the choke was happening, as you could see. I missed turn 3. Turn 4 was compromised. Boy, don't forget, I was also 1 warning away from 3 seconds. And, if I get 3 seconds, then I'm under even more pressure. So, going on to the last lap of the race, can I secure my first win of season 5? So far looking good. So far looking very good. People getting fastest lap for decoration, angry. Means nothing. But anyway, I'm 7 tenths ahead. I'm feeling good. Can I take Maggots and Beckett's well? I can. Can I avoid getting a penalty? I can. So now it's just a straight. Now it's just making sure I don't hit that last sausage curb. And yeah, noise warning. Noise warning. Yeah, I got my first win. Fantastic stuff. Very, very happy with that. Really, really happy with that. Considering I bricked my final quali run to then go on and win the race. Fantastic stuff. And yeah, I can't wait for next week. Baku next week. Actually, I can wait. Baku and France ain't my greatest tracks, but I'll be ready, I hope. And this is the standings now. So we are now top of the constructors, and I'm now in P2 awaiting A Guapo's return. So yeah, fantastic stuff. And we go again next week, so please do join me.